What's going on, guys? It's your boy Fano here, and in this video I'm going to share with you guys some of the cheapest CSGO knives that you guys should definitely consider buying during this next Steam Summer Sale. Now when I say cheapest, I don't mean they don't look good or anything. I recommend buying skins that you're actually going to like using and actually look appealing. These are just skins that are generally a little bit on the pricier end, but during the Steam Summer Sale their value goes down and it's a perfect opportunity for you guys to invest. Currently most CSGO knives around 50 euros are the Navaja knives, or like the low tier safari mesh gut knives, which, don't get me wrong, they have their buyers and they have their likes, and while there is nothing wrong with these knives, I tend to prefer knives that have a little bit more detail, a little bit more color, and a lot of flair. But anyways, let's move right on to the first knife that I have for you, and that of course is the Shadow Daggers Ultraviolet Battle Scarred. You can currently purchase these for around $70 on the Steam community market, and they're not too bad, but as you guys can clearly see here, during a past Steam Summer Sale, the price went from around $80, $70, all the way down to a whopping $36. And then towards the end of the sale, as well as the months afterwards, the price started to go back up. So this will probably happen again during this summer sale. So if you're into Shadow Dagger knives, Ultraviolet Battle Scarred is the way to go. Here we have a gut knife for STD Pat minimal wear that's currently going for around $77 on the Steam market. And as you guys can clearly see, during the last Steam Summer Sale around June 30th, this skin was going for around $46. Holy cow, this knife went down quite a bit. Here's a pretty interesting knife. We have the gut knife Brightwater, factory new of course. It costs around $90 on the Steam community market, and if you take a look at its market graph, you'll see that it went from around $70 all the way down to 60-ish, maybe 50-ish. Not too many of these were sold for those low prices, so you might have some trouble finding it. So try your luck with some buy orders, start low, sort of increase as the days go on, and actively monitor the market. However, the next knife I have is yet another gut knife, and it happens to be the Crimson Web Field Tested, which currently costs around $92. During the last Steam Summer Sale, its price flopped all the way down to around $47 at its low point halfway through the sale. So definitely this skin has some potential for some investments. It's an old skin, the Crimson Web is pretty old, so I think this summer sale will probably be your last chance to get this knife for a cheap price. Here we have a gut knife Slaughter Field Tested, which is going for around $96. Yes, I know guys, it's another gut knife, I promise it's the last one, but if you take a look at its market graph, it went all the way down to I believe $44 at its all-time low. Super cheap. It was pretty much averaging in the low 50s, so that's pretty good for a field tested Slaughter, that is. You guys could also check out the minimal wear version of this knife. Another great opportunity for some investments, and definitely some potential here. However, here we have a flip knife Scorched Well Worn, which is currently listing for around $89, and if you take a look at its market graph, it was averaging in the low 50s as well, so if history repeats itself, this knife is set to be another pretty good investment option. Another knife worth looking into is the flip knife Damascus Steel Field Tested. It's currently going for around $102, and it looks pretty good. I'm a pretty big fan of the Damascus Steel myself. Even if you guys don't like this skin, it's a pretty decent investment if you ask me. If you take a look at its market graph from previous years, you'll notice that there is some potential for some profit. Its value pretty much dipped to around $57, so it's a little bit more expensive than some of the other options. It's still within the range of around 50 euros, so you'll be good to go there. And if you look closely at the graph, within a month it went back up to 78, so it's a pretty good investment if you ask me. The last flip knife I have for you is of course the Ultraviolet Field Tested, which is currently going for around $111, so it's a pretty expensive knife for this video. However, if you guys do take a look at its market graph from previous sales, you'll see otherwise. It went down to around $60, so that's almost a 50% drop in price, and it has some pretty good potential with a lot of people interested in buying it. Needless to say, you won't have any trouble making your money back, and then some. The next knife I have for you is the Huntsman knife Safari Mesh minimal wear. It's currently going for $98 on the Steam community market. If we take a look at its market graph, we can see that it was averaging around $50 during the last Steam Summer Sale. However, do note the quantity. You guys will notice that it was only sold once or twice in a given peak or valley, so that does say that it is a little harder to sell or buy, so be aware of that when you're investing in your knives. But overall, if you're interested in getting a pretty nice looking knife, minimal wear, Huntsman knife, this is definitely one to consider. The last knife I have for you guys is the Huntsman knife Blue Steel Field Tested, which is currently being sold on the Steam market for around $108. During the last Steam Summer Sale, this knife took a hit. It went all the way down to around $49, so that's a pretty deep dive, considering it was going for around $80 or so prior to the sale. Overall, guys, there is some interest in this knife more than the Safari Mesh, and everybody likes a blue steel. On a Huntsman knife, this looks pretty decent, and you guys will probably be seeing your money back and then some in the months after the sale. So anyways, guys, that was my best cheap knives to buy during the Steam Summer Sale. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you guys did, please share it with someone who might need some help with the Steam market. We can all spread some love and help each other out. Also, if you guys haven't already checked out my previous video on the Steam Summer Sale 2019 weapon skins investments, I highly recommend you guys check it out. It has some pretty good options and some good potential in there, so be sure to give it a gander. And as always, guys, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Also, if you would like to be notified of future videos, giveaways, and more, hit the subscribe button below. So until next time, this is Fano, signing out.